Hello, 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 good people. Welcome back. I am your host slash coach, Mr. HJ, and I'd like to welcome you to the channel. If this is your first time, and if it's not, thank you for coming back and continuing the conversation with me. Definitely want to give a shout out to the MVPs, which is Men Valuing Purpose, and LLCs, Ladies Loving and Courageous. This channel's purpose is for self-development and success in life, business, and definitely becoming the best version of yourself that you can. And remember, this is a journey, not a destination. Life is all about learning and living. So thank you for coming in. So today's conversation will be a big one, a vital one, and definitely hard to master with consistency. And that is, drum roll, time management. That's right, time management. We all talk about it. None of us really like it, but it is oh so important to being the best version of yourself that you can be. Everyone has the same 24 hours in the day to utilize. The myth that we have is that high earners or successful individuals have more time. And in truth, high earners and high performers just know how to get the most out of their time. And since you're here on this channel, I already know that you're an MVP or an LLC, and this is what we definitely are here to do. Get the most out of our time, because time is a finite thing. We all have a limited amount of it. And so why not make the most of the time that we have here together? Time management defined is the process of organizing and planning how to allocate your time between different tasks and activities. It allows you to work smarter, not harder, leading to greater productivity and stress. Greater productivity and less stress is definitely something that we want, right? So, fun fact about time management is, did you know over 80% of people do not have a time management system in place? So what we want to do here as MVPs and LLCs is we want to dive in, and we want to be a part of that top 20% that do have those things in place, because success is part of what we do. That's right. So, because this is such a big discussion and there's so many great techniques to use in time management, I want to take my time with this, if you will, and I'm going to break this into two videos. So this first video, we're going to go over 3 points. And then in the next video, we'll pick up and hopefully be able to get the remainder of the things that we want to discuss. So the first point is going to be developing your own routine. High performers often have a general schedule that they operate with, when and how they do certain things. This helps build predictability and turns organization in your life. The goal is kind of to create muscle memory, if you will, of good habits that will reduce stress and get you closer to your goal. So what does that look like? Examples of this may be waking up and starting your day with prayer, going over things that you're thankful for to kind of get you in that positive mindset, right? We talked about that in a previous video. If you haven't checked that one out, definitely do. I think you'll get some nuggets in there that'll be beneficial to you. Then maybe it's working on a to-do list, things you want to accomplish that day, the priority of things that you want to do while you're sipping on coffee or tea. Perhaps it's exercising for 30 minutes after that, then taking a shower and getting a healthy breakfast, checking emails, making phone calls, all of these things that you might do just before you go ahead and get your day started for work. That's a very generic example, but hopefully you can use that to kind of get the concept. So figure out your routine, find out what resonates with your time frame and what you're able to do, and think about the goals that you have that you want to accomplish and how you can fit those in to a daily routine, because it's always those small moves and those small incremental things that we do that helps us out with the big picture. Second thing we want to talk about is creating a to-do list. Now, it sounds simple, and actually it is simple. But it's an extremely effective thing if used properly. It's great to have all kind of tools in your toolbox, but if you don't use them, what good are the tools to you, right? So a to-do list is an effective way to balance your time and to keep you up to date with where you are in your day. You should always remember to prioritize the most difficult or important task first. High performers always do this, knowing that it's vital to knock that particular thing out with whatever amount of time it takes, because that is the most important thing on the list. And that's going to get you closer to your overall goal. And the other tasks, generally speaking, will fall in line. And knocking that big thing out first, for me, is a great way to build momentum and take that off of your mind. Like, I got that thing out of the way. Now I can move on and feel better about the things I'm doing, because I know I've knocked out what the most important thing is for the day. Increasing your confidence, giving you a little bit of a boost, if you will, a mental boost. And we need that, because the stuff that we do isn't always fun. Tasks that we have ahead of us aren't always glamorous and, exciting. But knocking them out nonetheless gets you in a mindset of, boom, I got this done. I'm ready to move on to the next thing and go into the next thing with some momentum. In addition to that, high performers also use technology, apps, reminders, making sure you set time blocks or deadlines, if you will, throughout your day in normal circumstances, just to get things done. And the time limit can even just be a barometer. It may take you 30 more minutes to accomplish that thing that you set for an hour, but you set a block of time to schedule yourself to kind of keep you on pace with what it is that you want to do. And remember, if you are to do the thing that's most important first, then you've already set yourself up for success for the rest of the things. So even if there's some things on your list for today that you didn't get to, you've knocked out the most important or most vital things in the early going, and you can pick up the other things later. And then, hey, maybe that thing you didn't finish might be the most important thing for the next day, and just roll with it like that. But keeping a log of that kind of stuff is great, because it shows you how productive you're being. And then you can also use that as an opportunity to see, well, hey, I knocked all of this stuff out in a whole lot less time than I anticipated. And that gives me the freedom to add more things to it. And that ends up doing what? Adding more to what you're able to accomplish each day. And that's of the utmost importance, because what we want to do is be as productive as we can, because as we discussed earlier, time is a finite thing, right? The next thing on the list for today, number 3, is going to be to decrease distractions. In the corporate world, you might classify these as time wasters, right? What is a time waster? Time wasters could be TV, social media, games, things that can pull your attention away and kind of drag you off your course a little bit. Now, don't hear me not say that TV, social media, video games don't have a place in your life. They're more than more than welcome to have that, and you are more than welcome to enjoy those things. What I would recommend or suggest is to block off periods of time where you can enjoy that. That still keeps you on schedule and on pace for the other things that you want to do. Excuse me. But what you don't want to do is let those pull you from the things that you want to do and keep you from where you want to be further for further lengths of time than are necessary. So what we want to do is get locked in, and we want to be locked in fully. Set aside time for the things that you feel like are not necessarily priorities, but may help you veg out, so to speak. But you want to be locked in when you're locked in. And the next thing would be, I say, have discipline. You want to be able to stick to the plan. We talk about distractions in general, but we want to be able to focus on the task at hand. And you don't want to multitask too much. Why would you say that? Multitasking, although on the surface appears great, and although on the surface it appears like you may be getting more done in a shorter amount of time, but studies have actually shown that it decreases productivity. And what you want to do is be able to hit targets at a time. Boom, boom, boom. Think of it like a sniper. Sniper focuses in on this particular target and he knocks that one out. This is actually, in some cases, been proven and shown to be slightly more productive than multitasking, because you're fully focused on a particular task at hand and you're kind of driven to complete that, more so than trying to juggle multiple things at a time. So part 2 of this conversation will be coming soon, and I'm gonna dive in a little bit deeper and give you some more things to chew on. And I definitely want to say thank you for your time. I do appreciate your support of the channel. You have options of supporting via streams like PayPal. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Give the video a thumbs up. We want to keep the conversation going, so feel free to comment. Share your feedback. I'm more than happy to read those things, and I'll definitely respond as I can. And I do want to, more than anything, thank you guys for your time and the opportunity to be your coach. And I look forward to continuing this conversation in the next video. And until the next video, Mr. HJ, and I'm out. Thank you. And I'm out.